Okay, I'd like to welcome everyone again to another Bloom Legal video blog. I'm Seth Bloom, and we're here to talk about some things about the law. These are various questions that people have submitted through our website. I just want to start out by letting everyone know that, again, we're just talking about generalities of the law. This is not to be used as actual legal advice. Any specific legal question or legal situation that you're in, you should get your own lawyer and have an actual consultation done by a professional in that field. So, having said that, let's talk a little bit about the law and some questions that have been submitted. The first one is someone asked is, can you be arrested for a DUI if you're not actually driving the vehicle? And I'm not sure exactly how to answer that question. Certainly an element of getting a DWI conviction is that you were driving a vehicle. It doesn't always have to be a car, it could be a motorcycle or a few other different kinds of motorized devices. What may be a better way to talk about this question is, do the police actually have to catch you driving the car when you're arrested? And that's kind of a gray area. If they have to be able to prove that you were driving the vehicle. So if you walked up to a police officer and you said, I just got out of my car and I was driving, and he says, hey, you seem to be drunk, and you have admitted to the police officer that you were driving, then they may be able to connect you to it. Most of the time, when people get DWIs, they are pulled over and they are driving. Another question that people sometimes have that's a good intro into that is whether or not you have to have the key in the ignition of the car has to be on. It depends. If you were pulled over and you were just sleeping in your vehicle and the key is not in the ignition and the car is not on, then technically they can't give you a DWI because you're not driving. However, a lot of times it's hard to prove. Police officers do have a tendency to write in reports that you were driving or the keys were in the ignition. If you want to just sleep in your car and it's in a parking lot, my advice would be make sure the keys are put away and the engine is not running. Another question that someone submitted was, what are some of the changes in marijuana laws here in Orleans Parish specifically, since we are located in downtown New Orleans at 700 Camp Street. And the law really hasn't changed at all. A number of months ago, the district attorney, Leon Canizero, decided that in order to free up some space in criminal court, that he would now start allocating first-time marijuana arrests to municipal court, and they could be charged under the state statute, but in municipal court. This was supposedly to free up space for criminal court for more serious offenses. It's important to remember that even though it's still under the state code for marijuana, and even though it's done in municipal court, the penalties and the misdemeanors can be pretty much the same and have the same consequences on your record. Typically what they're offering now is you can pay a $400 fine and then it becomes a non-enhanceable offense. So under the Louisiana statute for the crime of possession of marijuana, it's considered what's called an enhanceable offense. DWIs are enhanceable, marijuana offenses are enhanceable. So what that means is, if you get a first marijuana arrest and conviction, that's a misdemeanor. A second marijuana arrest and conviction is a felony charge, and you'll be charged with a felony on the second time. What Canizero has done is, if you create a plea deal and you pay the $400 fine on the first marijuana, it is a misdemeanor conviction against you. So let's not be fooled. You are going to have a misdemeanor conviction against you, but it's not enhanceable. So if you got a second one within the next day or the next year, they can't use that first one to enhance it to the felony charge, and that's what's really made the biggest difference. But again, if you get arrested for marijuana or DWI or any other offense, each case is different, each parish is different. You really need a specialized attorney that knows how to handle the intricacies of this law. So again, I hope I answered those two questions, and keep sending us new questions. We love doing this and answering them every week. And again, just as our little disclaimer, this isn't to be used as legal advice. We're just talking about generalities of the law. If you do have any sort of specific legal questions, you need to hire an attorney or give us a call at 504-599-9997, and we'll be glad to answer your questions. But remember, you should get a lawyer. Each case is completely different than the next, and the law is a complicated body of work, so you really need someone to analyze each individual case. Thanks so much and have a great day.